I'm wondering what else people can be doing during their week to start to put into practice, like especially if you've gotten into the habits of and created these cultures in your family where you don't talk
Hmm.
about individual needs and values and feelings. What are little things, like we've talked about sentence stems, we've talked about the check-in, what that can look like.
Hmm.
What other ideas do you have?
Those right there are will lead to more authentic moments. I believe like just becoming more aware of your partner, becoming more aware of it can be as fine tuned as the temperature of your partner as she enters the room.
Hmm.
Or this smile is different from the one that was this morning. Be curious about what created those shifts, what created that. Like what's on your mind. Like I always ask, what are you thinking about? Like what's on your mind?
That's one of the things I love about you. Like I've vacationed with you before, and I remember we're sitting on the beach in Myrtle Beach near where you live, and
Hmm.
I had just come in from like probably hours, but it felt like 10 minutes of playing in the waves, and I'm just sitting there with like maybe some silly grin or something, and you just look over and you're just like, "What are you thinking right now?" And I'm looking at you going, "That's a good question. Hold on a second. Let me figure out what I'm thinking right now." But it's those little things, like
Yeah.
not assuming. That's what I really liked about what you just said. Curiosity.
Hmm. Hmm.
One
Yeah.
of the games that I love to play is looking at my partner or my friends, if I'm just trying to connect with my friends as well, uh, and doing the sentence stem of I'm imagining, you know, and
Hmm.
like we've done something similar before in groups, but like I'm looking at you and I think I know how your day's been. You told me it was fine. I think that I know how your week's been. We sleep together, but
Hmm.
what if I just put all that aside for 2 seconds and say, you know what, right now I'm imagining that what you're thinking about is how I didn't buy toothpaste and you're really needing toothpaste. And I'm imagining that, and you can go crazy on this and be like, and I'm
Yeah.
imagining that if I didn't buy toothpaste for the next week, that your mouth might turn green. And I'm imagining that if your mouth turned green, um, well, I'm imagining that you'd stop smiling. And if you stop smiling, I'm imagining that our kids are going to wonder what's wrong. And I'm imagining
Hmm.
that if the kids wonder what's wrong, and you're not smiling, and you finally like go to answer and you open your mouth and it's green and it's gross, that you're gonna freak out our kids. And I'm imagining that they're gonna go to school and do a show and tell about their green mouthed dad. And I'm imagining that I'm gonna get a call from the principal. And imagine it's just like keep going and make up a story
Yeah.
and make it
Yeah.
story
Yeah.
time and make it interactive and
Definitely.
that play, being able to like
Hmm.
get out of that normal boring mundane, here's our list of
Hmm.
things to do, it's 5:30, where's my dinner kind of, or I've just spent 47 hours working, it's Friday,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
I need to play. And for me as a woman, when I'm in that place of being tired and feeling like I haven't connected and that I'm overworked, um, I don't necessarily feel sexy. I don't necessarily want that intimacy to happen. I don't
Hmm.
want I don't want you to touch me, let alone look at me. And
What are you needing instead in those moments?
in that moment, I need you to play with me and be my buddy and pretend we're 7 years old,
Hmm.
you know? And
Hmm.
when you get me in a place where I'm
As
playing,
you were saying that, like, if you see your partner coming home from work or something like that, like, you look like you've been abducted by aliens today.
yeah, exactly. Like, so how is that probe? You okay?
Right.
Yeah, so for me, it's so essential to bring in humor. Because if you can bring in humor and you can play together, then we can actually
Hmm.
start to open up and connect to the stuff that hurts that I'm pushing inside. Like if I feel like we're coming from a place that we're getting it and we're connecting at play, I might actually turn it serious. You know, it gives me that trust in that space to do that and be like, you know, I'm laughing and I'm enjoying you and I really want to kiss you. And I also want to tell you that this happened to me this week and it really hurts. And I don't want to hurt you more. I just want to play with you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a different way to be able to learn
Interact.
how to be vulnerable.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.